So this video is just going to be a quick review of these percent problems. So for the paper and paperboard, what you found from your notes is it's 27%. So again, percent, when we do percent problems, we're going to set it up always with percent over 100 equals part over total. I know you're going to think, wow, I love percent, because I love percent. We use it all the time and it helps us solve many, many problems. So I'm going to say 27 is my percent out of 100. And in this case, it says the total waste is 251 million tons. So my total, I'm just going to do it as 251 over X. I cross multiply. So I take 27 times 251 equals 100X. I'm going to divide both sides by 100 here. And so X would be 27 times 251 divided by 100. And I am going to get 67.77. Make sure, though, notice I left off that million tons. So make sure you have million tons as your answer on that. Let me try another one. The food waste is 14%. So I'm going to turn to green for the food waste. It's 14 out of 100 because it's 14%. What's my part out of 251 million? This time I'm going to do 251 million just like that because that is actually a million written out. So I'm going to take 14 times 251, all those zeros, equals 100x. When I cross multiply, and then when I divide both sides by 100, I am going to get here 35,140. So I'm going to get 35,140,000. And again, I still have this unit of tons there, so I need to make sure I leave that on there. You could also, in all honesty, have just done it like we did on this other one, and you would have 35.14, and you would just say million tons. Either of those is fine. Again, big idea is paying attention to units, know what a million is. So that million, I just did that right here. Million, know what a billion is also. Actually know what a trillion is also, but then still labeling my tons. So my yard trimmings are going to be the exact same, so I'll just write it, and because it is also 14%, so I'll do it as 35.14, and I will in this case just label million tons. I'm going to try plastics now. So for plastics, it's going to be 13%. So 13 out of 100 is what out of 251? I'll just say MT, million tons. I'm going to cross multiply and solve, and I'm going to get 32.63 million tons. And again, notice I put the million tons there. Okay. Metals. Now this one is going to be 9. So I'm going to say 9 out of 100 is part over, I'm going to do this one where I'm going to write out 251 million with all those zeros. When I cross multiply and solve on this one, I am going to get 22,590,000. So that's writing the number out. And again, now I'm just going to say tons. So that's doing it, again, writing out the whole number here. Or I can do it this way where I could say 22.59 million tons. And again, rubber and plastics was the same as metals, the percent, so that's why the number is the same. For wood, my setup is 6 over 100 is what over 251. And when I go ahead and do that, I'm going to get, I believe, 15.06. Again, units matter, million tons. 5%, let's see, we'll do that one. 5% is going to be, I'll do it up here. 5 out of 100 is what out of 251. And again, maybe I should label my units, my million tons. And I'm going to have 12.55 million tons. Again, that million tons coming from there. And last is my other. And so my other here looks to be 3 out of 100 is what out of 251. And so when I cross multiply and solve, I'm going to get 7.53 million tons. And any of these I could have written out in the full number. if I wanted to, or I could have, like I wrote most of them million tons. So again, just a quick review of percent. And again, we see percent pop up in a lot of ways. I hope this was helpful.